I'm Miss Susan from the Euless Public Library, and this is STEMtastic Challenge. Each week, I'm going to give you a challenge that you could do at home. It'll be one of the following challenge types: build, engineer, explore, and experiment. This week, we're doing an experiment challenge. For this challenge, you will be doing an experiment. In the video, we'll give you a brief introduction to the science topic and the step-by-step instructions to the experiment. Before you get started, hypothesize what you think will happen in the activity. I encourage you to do your experimenting as a family and discuss your hypothesis and finding. We would love to see your results and findings, so please, once you're done experimenting, post a picture, video, or a description in the comments or use the hashtag STEMtasticChallenge.
Every month, all the challenges will be based on a theme. This month's theme is Ready, Set, Spring. As the weather gets warmer and new life begins, I thought we should explore all things spring, with birds, flowers, and the new spring weather. Since changes in weather is a big part of spring, I thought we should experiment with making our own clouds. Every spring brings lots of rain and storms, especially here in Texas, and with that rain and storms, there is, of course, lots of clouds. But did you know that clouds are just condensed water droplets in the sky? Did you know that it is the changes in temperature that causes the water from the ground to turn to gas and rise up into the sky to later form clouds? Did you also know that rain happens when the clouds just has too much water to hold it up in the sky anymore? Today we are going to experiment with creating our own rain clouds using household items. This week's challenge is to conduct the rain cloud model experiment to see if you can make water turn into clouds. To help you get started on your experiment, you first need to know the science of cloud formation. In order for a cloud to form, 3 things need to happen. 1. Water must evaporate into the sky, creating water vapors in the air. This happens as the temperature increases. 2. The water vapors in the air need to cool to create water droplets. This happens as the temperature decreases. 3. The water droplets need to attach to a cloud condensation nucleus, otherwise known as a cloud seed. This could be something as simple as dust particles. As the water condenses in the atmosphere, it needs a surface to attach to remain there, so it attaches to microscopic particles. As the water droplets continue to collect, it forms into a cloud. When the droplets either get too much or too heavy, it falls to the ground, causing precipitation, otherwise known as rain, sleet, and snow. For every experiment, you first need to figure out what questions do you want to find the answer to. For this experiment, we are trying to see if we can recreate the process of cloud formation by making a model. Can you make a cloud by simply recreating what happens in nature? In the rain cloud model experiment, we are trying to see if we can cause the water to condense and make a cloud by having the water droplets attached to the aerosol hairspray. After you've figured out what the question is, you will need to make a hypothesis on what will happen in the experiment. Do you think you'll be able to make your own cloud using this process? So let's get started on our experiment. The materials you will need to do this experiment is warm water, a jar with a lid or a glass cup and a small plate, ice cubes, and aerosol hairspray, or you can use a match. Here are the instructions. 1. Pour warm water into your jar or cup and swirl it around to warm it up. 2. If you're using a jar, turn the lid upside down and place it on the jar. For a cup, just place the plate on top of the cup. 3. Put several pieces of ice on the jar lid or plate. 4. Quickly remove the lid and give a quick spray of the hairspray into the jar or cup. Replace the lid. 5. Give the cloud a few minutes to form and then remove the lid to release the cloud. For further experimenting, try the experiment using a match. Instead of using the hairspray, light a match and place the match into the jar or cup. Blow the match out before dropping it into the water. Cover again with the lid. Watch the cloud form and release the cloud by removing the lid. So that's today's challenge. Was your hypothesis right? Did you have more questions you wanted to test come up while you're doing your experiment? Can you design an experiment that can test your new questions? Anyways, have fun experimenting. Make sure to write down your observations and findings and discuss it with your family and friends. Also, don't forget to post a picture, video, or description in the comments or use a hashtag STEMtastic Challenge. We would love to see the new things you have learned about rain clouds.